Oneness and wholeness to the tribe, to the collective, is the Hood Mystic, also known as Kyrie Anthony. You can Google that. Author, astrologer, overall cool dude. Today I want to talk about the science of love and relationships. Let's go ahead and throw that in the pinned comments. Get that there. So we know what we're talking about. Now, this has been something that I've been thinking about, dealing with education and learning, and then dreaming, and then dealing in my personal relationships, things of that nature. I've come to some realizations about life and energy, and to simplify things, make things simpler for people, because if I'm going to tell you a whole bunch of information, then I feel like I'm doing you a disservice, because you would be going a million different ways, right? So I want to tell you about one thing, one specific energetic vibration, and this one thing that I want to talk about is electricity, right? And I want you to understand some things about electricity. And as we talk about electricity, I then want you to reference it in your personal life and your overall understanding, because you can bear witness that electricity is real. You see electricity everywhere around you. So you can bear witness to the phenomena of electricity, and then also understand that you are an electric magnetic being. Simple stuff. I don't want to confuse you. But the first question I want to ask you is, why do you not want negative energy in your life? Please get the notepad out. You know, notes on these videos in reference to the energy. So I would adhere to you to take notes, because it's not something that I could just remember so deeply and so intrinsically. Some of these things have to be taught, written down, understood, overstood, and understood. So, why do you want to cleanse out negative energy out of your life? Why is negativity such a bad thing? And I threw some quotes up there, because if we're looking at this as a scientist, if we're looking at this from electromagnetic perspective, negative energy is not bad. That'll be something that you want to have real bold in your notes. This is something that you want to have real bold in your mind, because negative energy is not bad. Negative energy is an attractive force. Negative energy cause all of the things that you've already brought into your life, right? Now, why do you only want positive things to happen to you, right? What is a positive thing? Scientifically, positive just means the force of energy that is seeking the negative charge. So think about this. When you do positive things, the positive can only act as if trying to find where the negativity is. So if you got a positive person, or you view yourself as a positive person, this means scientifically you are only seeking negative things energetically, as a rule of energetic law. This is why the English language is so dangerous, because we'll say, I'm a positive person, I don't deal with no negativity, and feel bold about it, feel like we doing something good in life. Not even understanding that positive is a scientific law, negative is a scientific law. The same way as left is a scientific law, right is a scientific law. You don't say my left side, if I take a left, I'm taking a good turn. And if I take a right, I'm taking a bad turn. But then the English language, so crafty, you say, I'm doing the right thing, RIGHT, or I'm taking a right turn. But a right turn is just a turn that you taking that's going towards this way. It's not bad or good. You can take a right turn and be in some bullshit. You can do the right thing in life and still be fucked up in life. I'll double down on that. If you're the type of person, if you are a positive person that's done all of the right things, I guarantee you catching hell. Life requires you. Sometimes things go left, right? Sometimes things are negative. So understanding these things are how we deal with the chaos magic of our lives. So this is going to be a part 1. If you're watching this video on Instagram, if you're watching this video on IG, comment that you would want to see a part 2. If what I'm saying makes sense and it's causing you to think about yourself and your relationships differently. Because the reality of this, like the reason that I put out content is so a person can listen to it, think about it, and apply it in their own lives for the betterment of their situation, right? I'm not like to listen to this. I'll take hours crafting, curating videos, right? But at the same time, I will just put them out. I'll just do the live stream because you find so much. I get benefited in so many other areas of life that this is the love part of me. This is what I love to do. Understanding, like I'll just meditate on these particular concepts all day and night. You know, I'll think about this all day, right? In the midst of doing other little shit, I'll be hurrying back to my laptop so I can study. You understand? So once again, this is something that is very important to me. And the only thing that I ask is that you do research on these particular things that I'm bringing up so you can understand it for yourself, so you can deal with the oneness and the wholeness of life, right? And then at the end of the day, you don't even got to come back and say, Kyrie, you helped me, right? You don't even got to do that because I ain't helping you. My soul is helping me. Your soul is going to help you. So once again, we're in the space of the science of love and relationships, and we're also understanding it to be a scientific law on how to manifest, a scientific law on how to do magic. So the bigger and badder type of energies that we tap into is only going to leave us confused. The more simple energies that bring us into ourselves is only going to do what? Charge us. Why do we need to be charged? Because we are negative energies. We are protons, neutrons, which is the core. But then we have an electric charge. The electric charge that surrounds you, the electric charge that surrounds me is negative. There is not a human being on the planet that has a positive electric charge. One's in the chat if you can understand that, if you can understand that a little bit. If we look at what is electricity, if you look at the diagram to my right, maybe your left, I can't really tell. You'll see protons, neutrons in the core. This is the physical vessel. This is the body and everything within the body. Every cell, molecule is operating under this simple atomic law principle. Protons, neutrons, and electrons. Every atom has an equal amount of protons and neutrons. So as much positive energy you have is the same amount of negative energy you have. So what people see is not the physical vessel. People cannot even perceive the physical vessel. They only perceive your energy. So a quick story. We was at a store and my friend had seen her ex, and her ex was with a girl. And the girl seen me, my friend's friend's girl seen me, was like, that is the coolest shirt I had on my Jagganoff shirt. She was like, that's the coolest shirt I ever seen. And then she looked at my girl and was like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. And then that was just the end of the story. And then fast forward, we see her ex. We talked to her ex. Like, we seen you at the store with your girl the other day. He was like, you see me? I didn't see you. And the reason is because of our electric charge. Sometimes you think people see you. People don't even see you because the energy that you give off is negative. Now, I'm saying negative. You're going to have to fight. You're going to have to always refer to your notes. Negative is not bad. Negative is the electrical charge that you put out into the world. Now, when you look at chaos magic, which is the top left corner of this video, you will see a circle with 8 arrows pointing out. Chaos magic with that symbol do you a disservice because they not telling you that you send energy out, but you also bring energy in. But you might even look at this symbol of chaos magic and not even realize that that symbol represents you. And it's so simple. The more that I study it, the more that I get into it. But let's talk about it. Chaos magic or gnosis or the gnosis state refers to an altered state of consciousness in which a person's mind is focused only on one point, thought or goal, and all other thoughts are thrust out. So this is confusing to people, and although there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's Pieces, people tend to then say, okay, I'll focus on being a better employer. I'll focus on a job. I'll focus on a girl. I'll focus on a new home. There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's Pieces, but at the same time, if you really want to charge yourself up, if you really want to charge your life up, you begin to focus on your soul. This is all you focus on. This is chaos magic. You focus on your soul because you need to focus on your path. You don't need to focus on your mom's path, your dad's path, the path that your girlfriend wants you to focus on, the path that your husband wants you to focus on. You need to focus on what your soul has for you. And because you do this extensively, daily, whenever you get a chance, you prioritize connecting with your soul, you begin to charge your vessel. You put out a negative charge. The Gnostic state is used to bypass the filter of the conscious mind. The conscious mind is helping us today understand ourselves at a spiritual level. Because the conscious mind can bear witness on electricity. The conscious mind can understand electricity. What is electricity? Electricity is just simply when an electrician or a person that works with electricity separates an atom. Now, the charge that one side of the atom, the phenomena of one side of the atom is like, oh shit, where my bitch at? And it shoots out an energy. And if you're smart, you can connect a piece of copper to the positive atom and put another piece of copper to the negative atom. And the copper is, or the gold, or whatever metal you're using, is called a conductor of electrical charge. But how does this exist? How do we repeat it? How do all of us have electricity in our homes? Because it's the same thing over and over again. It's never different. You take a positive charge, you separate it from the negative charge, and that positive charge needs the negative charge. It needs it. Without the negative charge, it doesn't have anywhere to go. I'll do you one better. If you remove the negative charge, the positive charge don't even activate. So then let's deal with this metaphysically. When you do not focus on your soul, and you're a young person, all my young people out there, because you haven't done the meditative work of charging your vessel, you think that something is wrong with you. One's in the chat. You think that it's a problem with you because you just simply don't even understand that, man, do you know the power? You know why Zeus is equated to thunder and lightning? Spirit showed me this. Now, it's also a lightning bolt that'll come down from the motherfucking sky, right? And guess what it'll hit? It'll hit a tree. How crazy is that? One tree. Why don't it just take out a whole fucking neighborhood? No, but that tree has done nothing but create negative ions. You don't know how big that tree is energetically, because all it does is charge itself. A tree is living, but what makes an energy living? By being able to charge itself. By being able to expand, not by gaining weight, but expand electromagnetically. So that tree can call on Zeus. Zeus can be all the way up in the sky, and it will come straight down and hit one tree. Do you know how crazy that is? That is mind-blowing. So we're driving down the street. Mind you, we studying Zeus. And we just driving down the street, and a tree got hit with the damn lightning. So he like, damn. And then, like, if you read in Judica Illis' book, The Dictionary of Spirits, they say that they worship trees that was hit by lightning. They worship trees that was hit by lightning. They offered to Zeus. And I felt that shit. I understood exactly what the ancient people was doing when they did that. And then I understand now that everything is that simple. You can pull on energies from the celestials by charging your fucking energetic space. By meditating, not because you ain't shit for real, not because you want a bigger car or a bigger house. You got to be so beyond that way of thinking that you start to understand energy. The richest man in the world got to bear witness to a positive charge being separated to a negative charge. This is why niggas with money, they girl will leave them and take half of their money. This is why it's a broke nigga right now with the girl of your dreams. Why is the broke nigga right now with the girl of your dreams? Let's break this down. All he has to do is exhibit his masculine force, which shoots out into the energy spheres, and all she has to do is tap into her negative force, and she pulls that broke ass nigga into her bedroom. You pulled that nigga into your bedroom. That nigga knew exactly what to do to please you, to take you to the upper levels. Because of your negative energy, your negative charge. So this is where we get into conversations about accountability for the types of things that's taking place in your life. What is a charge? A charge is a property of matter. Just like mass, volume, or density, it is measurable. Just as you can quantify how much mass something has, you can measure how much charge it has. Now, if you haven't been meditating, or not meditating like because a YouTube motherfucker told you to meditate, right? I'm talking about meditating on your living soul, grounding, doing the root chakra work, the root locks, all of the things that's going to build up your negative charge. Listen, go into nature. Why nature? Because nature is filled with negative ions. What are negative ions? When a tree breaks off a leaf from the tree, that creates a split in the atom. When atoms split, that creates negative ions. If you imagine a forested area, people walking around, animals eating things, trees, plants, everything is producing negative ions, meaning atoms are splitting all over the forested area. Your electrons can be fully recharged just by walking into nature. You don't look at yourself like this. Understand that this is going to be your main problem. You're going to look at your protons, neutrons, your physical vessel, and say, this is me. But you're not going to think, I need to charge my proton neutrons to expand my electrical charge to attract the masculine energy that already exists in the planet. Ladies know all they got to do is dress a certain way and the dick will show up. Niggas will just knock on their door if they just act a certain type of way, because a woman has to know about negative charge. She has to know that when she take a bath, the nigga is going to eat the pussy a little bit longer and stronger. She has to know this, because if she doesn't know this, she might not even take care of herself. She might not even charge her energy, and then be sad as to why she can't attract the things that the next motherfucker is attracting. This happens every day. Electrons carry a negative charge, while protons are always positively charged. Neutrons are neutral. They have no charge. Both electrons, protons carry the same amount of charge, just a different type. So this is the Give me a second. This is the biggest problem. When men try to be women and women try to be men, we get out of our electrical energy, and now we making it hard on ourselves. And if you was a man and you was raised by your mom and you didn't have no male role models, the way that you charge your energy is feminine. And the things that you want out of life is masculine. So the way that your girl treats you is a result of your electrical charge. So the things that you have to begin to do is to improve yourself. The best thing to do in your relationship is improve yourself, because you could improve your partner and she could be improved, but she's not even going to look at you. She going to call you. This is how words like simp was invented. I didn't invent the word simp. If it was everything that my mom told me growing up, then I could buy a girl flowers. I could take her girl out. I could treat her so good, and she's just going to love me. It don't work like that, because it's positive and negative energy. So if I'm positive energy as a man, I'm going to seek negative energy. I'm going to create negative energy. However, if I'm negative energy, if I'm intentional about building up my negative charge, now I'm be realistic with you, working out, wearing clothes, getting your hair cut, learning things, traveling, having different experiences, going to the coolest nightclubs, doing everything in reference to the shit that just makes you feel good. And you might not say, I don't fuck with nightclubs, I fuck with museums. Well, you going to the latest and greatest museums. You know everything about the hottest museums in the city. This is going to improve your negative charge. So what's going to happen? You're going to be at the museum, right? in your best wears, haircut, feeling good about yourself, and you're going to come across a lady. When you come across that lady, it's almost like the words in your mouth, they're just going to come to you. You're just going to know what to say. It's so crazy that it don't even matter what you say when your energy is right. That's the thing, right? It's a million pickup artists and courses, life coaches telling you what you need to do and how you need to say it and all of this type of thing. So when you see this person, you got to remember the script. But if you don't execute the script, if your energy is right, man, I could be out this bitch saying wallop babaloo bop balop bamboo tutti frutti, and it wouldn't matter. I joke all the time about all types of shit because I don't care. It's my energy. It's what I've attracted, what I've attracted now, and what I'll attract in the future. That'll keep everybody at bay. That'll create boundaries. That'll create manifestations as much as you want. But if you think it's something that you say, you think it's something that you do, and you haven't charged your energy, everything you say and everything you do will never work. Even when you think it's working. Because you might have some type of a charge, a baby charge, and you have a girl be on your dick for 2 weeks, and then she just gone. You'll be in a relationship for a little bit, and then it's like, it's over with. The nigga like you for a month, right? He'll enjoy fucking you for a month, and now he ghosting you. He tired of having sex with you. Or he found somebody else to have sex with. Or you gave him the negative energy, and he said, "Oh, I'm cool on you." So the relationship not lasting, even when you attracting it. How do you stay in the proper energy from beginning, middle, and end? It's all about charging your energy. So it moves into law of attraction. Abraham Hicks, when she says that when two people are in a relationship, they should not be serving one another. If you in a relationship and you serving your partner, you dead ass wrong. If you in a relationship and your partner serving you, you dead ass wrong. You should be serving your soul. If serving your soul requires you to be an asshole to your partner, I guarantee you're not serving your soul. You want something different. When you charge your energy, you charge your energy with love, goodness. I be like all things good, all things grand. This is how I charge my energy up to the point like I don't even process negative people, like in a sense, like or bad people. I don't charge my energy to receive these people. But when I talk to people, it's like a random act of why you fucking with a nigga. Like you just don't have no charge to your energy whatsoever. You just dealing with anybody. Anybody that you like, right? But at the same time, you on your toes. Don't deal with people and be worried. That ain't the way energy work. You deal with people and you just completely submerge in what the experience creates. But if you haven't got into the love that your soul has for you, for which the love that you have for others, you want to be an ain't shit motherfucker just swinging along monkey branches or monkey bars, never really being comforted and loved and acknowledged in your relationship because you want it from your nigga or you want it from your girl. And if your girl not loving you the way you want her to love you, you feeling a certain type of way. If your man not loving you the way you want him to love you, you feeling a certain type of way. So you feel a certain type of way, that creates a charge in your energy. So when the relationship is over and when you lonely and you by yourself, understand you created that by not even understanding the love that you have for your soul manipulates all things. So when you deal with life, when you deal with physics tells you that all atoms are never at rest. So everything that we feel is solid is really not solid. It's just atoms moving at such a fast rate that is creating the appearance of solid. So ultimately, physics also tells you that if you look at an atom, it's going to be completely different if you don't look at an atom. So when I'm looking at my table, I'm tapping my table. My table is here. My table is real. But if I turn around, don't look at my table, don't touch my table, the table is no longer there. The table does not exist no matter how much I want it to exist. The table only exists when I'm looking at it or touching at it. So they're in a static state right now, but when I turn around, they collapse. And it's all in unison with what I'm looking at and what I'm observing. I say this all to say, your relationships and people have everything to do with what you're observing in them, or what you're observing within yourself. Because I think of this all the time. When people are aggravated, when people are mad, when people don't love, I'm thinking like, damn, you can choose love right in this moment, but you choosing not to love in this moment. That'd be real interesting to me. Because love is available for you. Money is available for you. Everything is available for you, but you just need to deal with the force, right? If you watch Star Wars, they talk about the force. Stuart Wilde, he talks about the force. The force is yours, right? What is the force? The force is the power or the energy between charges. Electrostatic force, also known as Coulomb's law, is a force that operates between charges. It states that charges of the same type repel each other. So when you have masculine and masculine, it don't work. When you have feminine and feminine, it don't work. Those energies repel each other. Now, a person can say, well, I'm a girl. My wife is a girl. We work well together. But I'm sure one of you has a masculine disposition and the other one has a feminine disposition. Another person say, well, I'm a dude. My husband is a dude. I'm sure if it's successful and it's healthy, one of you have a masculine disposition while the other one has a feminine disposition. So even in heterosexual relationships, if the man is feminine and the woman is feminine, y'all going to repel. If the man is masculine and the woman is masculine, y'all going to be fighting. Y'all going to repel each other. So when we talk about relationships and we talk about love, we talk about, well, how do I attract? Opposites attract. Opposites attract and likes repel. This is electrostatic force. This is how we can start a vehicle. This is how we can put lights on in our homes. Yo, electrician don't deal with the emotions of things and say, well, I feel bad for the masculine charges that's not, getting love. Let me put some more masculine charges in here. If that was the case, you wouldn't have no light. So if you ever wanted to bring love into your life, you would just have to fixate on your masculine principle as a masculine person. If you ever wanted to bring love into your life, you have to fixate on your feminine principle. Now, when you attract things, you have to continue operating in that feminine principle. You have to continue operating in that masculine principle because charges fail all the time. Relationships fail all the time. So if you don't want it to fail, you have to begin to do what? Focus only on one point. What would that one point be? It would be your inner being. It would be your soul. You need to do this before a relationship. You need to do this during a relationship. And you need to do this after a relationship, because a person leaving you is not the end of the world. When your soul leaves your body, that's the end of the world. So prioritizing relationships is cool, but you must prioritize your soul over the relationship, because when you prioritize the soul, It'll give you the relationship, and the relationship is awesome, but the relationship ain't all that. The relationship is highly sensationalized, and especially in a world, in a society where people don't have the emotional intelligence, emotional maturity, or emotional reliability to even be in a relationship that even makes you happy. So you want something that's not even going to bring you anything but more disconnection from source. So when we look at emotions, we have to look at emotions in the same way as what they do to electricity. So if I got a laptop right here. If I poured water on my laptop, my electrical charge would cease to exist. So emotions, right? Emotions, being emotional is the worst thing you can do in reference to being attractive. If you go on a first date with somebody and you start crying, you're going to repel that person, right? It's just going to happen. If you're a dude and you just start crying, it's over for that relationship. First date. So emotions, when you put emotions in the mix of love and relationships, is ruined. If you're emotionally attached to somebody, that relationship is ruined already. See, what we don't understand is we think in relationships when we're all what was really happening is a bond, right? And a bond could be a trauma bond or a pair bond, and these bonds have to exist energetically. And if these bonds are not charged energetically, then it's so easy for people to walk away from each other, and not only walk away from each other, but ruin lives. Because when you create a bond and you walk away from a bond, especially a bond that creates life, and you say, this relationship ain't working for me, you've essentially ruined what the child needs to be successful. Because the child needs what created him. The child needs an energetic representation of positive energy and negative energy, and seeing how it interplays and works, because the positive energy and negative energy have given the child DNA code. But what has happened is that most of us have grown up in dysfunctional environments. And because those dysfunctional environments have more or less disrupted how we receive the world and receive ourselves, it's like just you in this world. This is what society has created. You and everybody else. And it's not like that. Everything is connected. Everything is one substance. Everything is based upon one charge. Charge is just a basic premise, right? It's just a basic understanding of matter. Every piece of particle, every molecule, every cell that you have in you has an electrical charge. Everything about you is electrical. Your brain, your spinal cord, your central nervous system, it operates on electrical charge. Now, you could operate in one of three levels. You can operate in a positive charge, where you got to just do things. Imagine being a human being and just thinking that you're just this human being. You're just going to stay in a positive charge. But if you had a vehicle and you just gave it a positive charge, you gave it a battery with a positive charge, and you never gave that battery a negative charge, and you got in that car every day and you tried to start it, it would never start. So when you wake up every day and think that you are just these protons, neutrons, you just think that you this physical vessel, you missing the point of this whole entire thing. And you will never understand that you can actually bring things into your life how you want to bring things into your life. You can build your life up in your mind. Like, build it up in your mind. Actually build it up in your mind and then manifest it. The love in your life can love you. Listen, you could dream on how you want to be loved. You can dream on who you want to love you. And mold these realities in your mind, and that person will exist for you. And you will be sitting here looking crazy, right? And motherfuckers will be like, how you get her? How you get him? And you ain't did nothing different about yourself. All you did was charge your energy. Now, negative charge is the charge that you really want to go for. But understand that English language got you so fucked up with nobody wants to be negative. But negative is the charge of your electrons. Every atom in your being, every cell, has equal amounts of negative and positive charges. And so it will create a zero type of energy. So then you got to choose. Do I be positive or do I be negative? Now, if you just now joining, people who have been here from the beginning have to know that negative is not bad. Negative is just the charge of your electronic force. Positive is the type of energy that you have that seeks negativity. Now, not necessarily bad, but if you don't have a specific conductor in a specific direction for your positive energy, then it's going to cease to exist. This is why shit don't work. You ever been in a situation and it just don't work? Cause the positive energy is not being conducted to a specific negative charge. So when there's money out in the world, it's money in the world, fam. When I tell you it's money in the world, I done got so much money from people who do not know me from all over the planet because I've charged my energy negatively. Negative energy attracts. I don't even know how these people got I don't even know. I just be posting videos, man. I just upload and talk my shit. Motherfuckers all over the planet be like, Hood Mystic, I love your content. I'm like, yo, this is wild. And I'm just saying this because everything is being attracted to you. But if you trying to get it, your energy is fucked up right now. If you positive, if you working hard, spirit ain't told you to do shit. Why would it tell you to do anything besides attract? The Kabbalah means to receive. What are you charged to receive? See, people do so many things. They talk about so much shit. But when it gets down to the specifics, if all you need to do is start the vehicle, is put a negative charge. Imagine you get into your car, you got a battery, it got a positive charge, and you trying to figure out how to start your car, and you go to a motherfucker's course or a class, and they telling you about how to make the positive more positive. The problem why your car is not positive enough. And then they telling you need to motherfucking reroute your carburetor. Then they telling you your axles is imbalanced. And you doing all of this shit to get your car running. And the reality of the whole situation was all you had to do was insert a negative charge to balance a positive charge. How do we know that the motherfucking car is going to work when we put a fucking battery in it with equal positive and equal negative? Because that's how everything in this motherfucker works. Ain't nothing you gonna see on life that work with just all positive shit. or all negative shit. If you see a great motherfucker that's great positive, you gotta understand that motherfucker is equally devious negative. Don't ever think that a motherfucker is just all the way positive. Always look at a motherfucker straight down the middle. Always look at a motherfucker like they ain't shit. Cause you know that this is how this shit work. Your negative charge. You are a vessel. You are a vessel of an electromagnetic charge. That electromagnetic charge is negative and positive. Working in that balance. Right? Being so whole. Right? But it's like, how do you charge your energy? The simple stuff. How do you charge your energy? The Gnostics, they call it the divine spark. Right? The Christians, they say, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Right? You have to look at your energetic, electromagnetic, and this is hard to do for a girl with a fat ass, right? This is hard to do for a nigga with some money, right? This is hard to do if you got a house, kids, all this type of shit going on. You got money, you got emotion. It's hard to figure out who you are in this grand scheme of things. All you are a little piece of light. Very powerful piece of light that's able to attract an infinite amount of things. The issue is you too busy going out trying to get shit, trying to be shit, trying to do shit, trying to say shit, that your electrical charge is being forgotten. Do you not say things? Do you not do things? Do you not try to be shit? That's not what I'm saying. But you operate from a place of knowing, a place of gnosis, which is understanding who you are as an electromagnetic spark of light, of pure cosmic ingenuity. And understanding the atomic structure of all things. There is not a separate thing on this planet. The leaf, everything that you see is operating off of one simple basis. Protons, neutrons, electrons. Electromagnetic energy. We can understand life from these terms. We can understand our relationships. We can understand our lack of relationships. We can understand the maintaining of the relationships that we already have. We can understand our finances. We can understand a lot about how are we going to improve our situation and keep our situation understood and balanced. If you go balls to the wall positivity, you're also negating life, because both electrons and protons carry the same amount of charge, just a different type, right? So, yeah, I don't know. Comment if I should do a part 2 if you made it this far. Like the video if you can. Like the video, heart the video, do something. Help me out with the algorithms. I can talk more about this, but only if it's making sense to people. I can understand, like, I can understand how I can look at all of this and it can make like so much sense to me. But at the same time, I also can understand how a person can be like, what the fuck is you talking about? So let me know if a part 2 is something that y'all be interested in, and we can go deeper, because we got to talk about the emotions that block all of these particular things. So definitely going to do a part 2, and I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me, and I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.